and welcome back to day 4 of the Expand meditation program. Great job making your way to day 4 and through the 10-day program. We know it's a lot to start building a new habit, but you're doing it. You're making your way through, and we are so proud of you. In today's practice, we're going to be working on training the mind to refocus. Throughout our day, we have hundreds of thousands of thoughts that come into our mind, but through meditation, we're working on training our refocus so we can become more aware of the present moment. Without that awareness, the brain goes into autopilot, also known as our default mode network, which is that area that connects our prefrontal cortex in our brain to our limbic system, and that's what controls our emotions and behaviors. It's what ties together this narrative of our hopes, our fears, our dreams, everything that we see in our reality. The more that we meditate and work on training the mind on refocusing to become present again and to let go of these thoughts that are constantly distracting us, then the healthier and happier and more aware we become. Let's dive in and work on refocusing. So grab your pillows, your cushions, whatever you need to get comfortable, and find a seat. Remove any distractions around you. You can place your hands on your knees or in your lap. And when you're ready, close down the eyes. Slowly begin to deepen the breath. We often use the breath as our anchor to pull us into the present moment. So see if you can let go of anything that you were carrying with you before you sat down today. And anything else that you have ahead in the day. For now, you're here, you're sitting comfortably, and you're focusing on your breath. You may have already noticed that some thoughts have started to trickle in. That's perfectly normal, and that's the brain's job. But as soon as you notice that you're thinking, that your thought starts to trail off and maybe go down a rabbit hole of thought after thought after thought, and then you're thinking that you're thinking of your thinking. And just take a moment to acknowledge that it was either a thought, maybe a feeling or a sensation. And then let it go. Reset with another breath. Deep inhale and deep exhale. Now each time that you catch yourself thinking, you can either be frustrated, which is natural, maybe even angry or annoyed, or any other emotion that's coming up. But instead, I would like it if you could try to give yourself a little bit of love, appreciation, and kindness that you even caught yourself thinking. And then you can let that thought go and come back to the breath. This is not easy, especially at the beginning, because the mind can be so busy. We call it a monkey mind. It's constant. But over time, the more that you train your attention, the easier and more gentle this practice becomes. I'd like to give you a visualization as we step into this practice of refocusing. Imagine that you have two wolves sitting next to you, and one wolf is angry and frustrated and mad, and the other one is happy and peaceful and loving. Now you only have enough food for one wolf. And you're wondering which wolf is going to survive. And the answer to that is whichever wolf you choose to feed. So the same concept happens in the mind. You have synapses, which are the connections between your neurons in your brain. And the more that you default to feeding the angry, the frustrated, the mad, the stronger that part of your brain, the stronger those neurons and synapses become. But on the contrary, if you are choosing happiness, you're focusing your attention on kindness and love and appreciation, then those synapses will grow stronger. And just to remind you, this is not easy. This doesn't happen overnight. But it's just this simple awareness of what you're feeding in your brain, what you're telling yourself, what is that narrative? And whatever that narrative is, that's the one that will grow stronger and become your reality. So I'll let you be here for a few minutes to focus on your breath and refocus on your breath as thoughts come up. And when a distraction happens, you want to give yourself that love, that appreciation, and come back to the breath, remembering that whatever you practice grows stronger. So just continue with those slow, soft, deep breaths. And when you get distracted, give yourself that love and come back to the breath. If your mind has been wandering, bring your attention back to the breath. And let's take 3 deep breaths together. Deep inhale, fill up the lungs. And release. 2 more. Last one. Bring your palms together, hands at the heart. Take a moment here to just be really, really proud of yourself. We know that this is hard work, and you're working out your brain just like it would be any other muscle that you're working on during your yoga practice, your asana practice. And that's beautiful. We know it's challenging, but it's worth it. Stick with it. You're rewiring the connections in your brain, and that takes time, patience, and love. Be kind to yourself today, and we're looking forward to seeing you on the mat again tomorrow for day 5. Namaste.